wasn't how I intended it to come out, but yes, hello everybody. Yes, my name is Ross Hammond, and what can I tell you about myself? I'm very excited to tell you all that I am in therapy. Don't cheer, it's not going well. Like, for context clues, I'm telling you about it on stage at a stand-up comedy event. Like, it's not going well, probably because I don't pay for it. I should explain. I'm not stealing therapy. Like I'm not skipping out on the check like I'm the worst first date at the Mandarin buffet or something. No. I'm doing what I think a lot of guys do before getting real therapy. I'm in free therapy. Okay. Some people have heard of this. For those who are not in the know, free therapy, it's the second most popular form of therapy for men, right behind no therapy. And what free therapy is, it's when I sign onto Instagram and I let their algorithms throw the advice of totally unqualified, complete strangers at me, and I don't get any better. That's like an upsetting thing to woo for, but whatever. No, I think that's not going well, probably because literally anyone can become an Instagram therapist. Like, I don't know what credentials they're looking for, but I'm pretty sure the only questions that they ask are you a white woman in your 30s with access to Microsoft Paint? You're hired! Get out there and save some lives! Or don't, we're Instagram. We answer to no one. And I probably shouldn't be relying on random misspelled listicles and crude infographics to keep my mental health afloat, but using free therapy, it does help with those annoying little conversations that we all have to have. Like these days, at least when somebody asks me the question, Ross, are you in therapy? I can honestly say, I've been doing a lot of reading about mindfulness and being present. Then they get to just walk away thinking, good for him. Because people like me enough to be intrusive about my mental health, but not enough to ask me any follow-up questions. They're just like, he said all the right things, he must be doing great. No, I'm just thrifty. Oh, dear. There are obviously some drawbacks. Since approximately 100% of self-help advice online is written by women, for women, I think I've really confused my algorithm. Don't get me wrong, it still shows me all the stereotypical, man stuff, you know? Like smoked meat, things shaped like guns, anime girls on body pillows, you know, the stuff us fellas like. But then every once in a while, Instagram will just take a shot in the dark, and it'll send me one that reads I told my homegirl, I attract fuckboys. And she said, listen, you're a woman, a pretty woman. You attract everybody. And then you choose fuckboys, Ross. I mean, fair point to free therapy, because I didn't know I was doing any of that stuff. It's just nice to know that someone thinks I'm pretty. I should also tell you, folks, that I am actually in real therapy. I don't want to tear down the illusion or anything here, any more than you want it torn down in front of you. I just have done this routine enough that I know that there are probably people out there in the darkness going, ha 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 ha, but is he okay though? I'm fine. I'm in real therapy, and I do pay for it. Out of pocket. Because despite the fact that I have a job, working for the last 5 years at one of this nation's most prestigious and affluent universities, they don't give me benefits, which seems extra cruel because my employers are 80% of the reason that I need therapy. That's whatever happened to the old rule of you break it, you bought it, right? But it is in that real therapy that I've made a realization about myself. More than one, I'm getting my money's worth. I realized that I really like being in a relationship, which is not what straight guys are known for. And for those of you who've only known me for these few minutes, you're probably thinking to yourselves, straight guy? Does he know? It's true. Oh dear, but like, yeah, I like being in a relationship, not because being single is so awful. It is, but like, I did that for 30 years of my life. I'm a goddamn pro at it by now. No, it's just that being in a relationship is better because every single man is governed by what I like to call his inner bachelor, who is just a caveman. And like, no slight against inner caveman. He's done a really good job getting us as far as he has with very limited resources and intelligence. It's just that, like, you can't compare a single man run by inner bachelor to a man in a relationship. Like, that's just not a fair fight. Like, if you were to compare a single man and a man in a relationship, it's kind of like if you ever have known somebody who has 2 dogs, and one dog is very clearly their favorite. Like, you'll just come over to their house and they're just like, this is Athena. She's a purebred German Shepherd and a retired bomb-sniffing dog, so she's very well behaved. And the one humping the electrical outlet is Toby. Toby has accidentally neutered himself several times, but he still humps. It's just that, yeah, you feel yourself getting better when you're in a relationship, starting to develop some self-respect. Like for inner bachelor, his thoughts just sound like, oh man, I sure do have a lot of lower back pain and upper back knee going on these days. I wonder if there's a cause for that. It's probably just life. Anyways, which inanimate object am I gonna have sex with today? An electrical outlet. But when you're in a relationship, those thoughts evolve, and they start to sound more like, oh, that's because I haven't washed my sheets in 9 months. Or flipped my mattress since I bought it 11 years ago. It's a joke, guys. I don't know how old my mattress is. It was in the apartment when I moved in. It's probably why things are getting all lumpy back there, ladies. Oh, dear. So, yes, I like being in a relationship. Which is a nice way of telling you that I am no longer in a relationship. Hey, don't awe that. Never awe that. My inner bachelor has returned and he brought the back knee. Cheer! Wow, I can't even peer pressure you to that. That's fantastic. Oh, dear. Yeah, I've just never had great luck with dating. And like, I realize that's not because I'm some like repulsive person or anything. I think I look fine from afar. So yes, my type is nearsighted women. It's just that, like, I know that I'm not walking down the street and, like, turning any heads, you know? Like nobody's ever walked past me on the sidewalk and looked back and gone, I bet he's left a trail of broken hearts with his devil-may-care attitude and independent spirit. Of course not. People are correctly looking at me and saying, ooh, yeah, that tall, non-threatening drink of water is gonna make one hell of a second husband someday. Ooh, yeah, come and be a positive male role model for my teen son Carson, you sensibly dressed slab of stepdad. The problem is that, like, do you know how my friends talk to each other? How my friends talk to their friends about me. They'll say things like, oh, you know Ross, he's nice. And nice isn't good. Show you how. What's he like? He's nice. But what does he look like? He's nice. It's bad. Like to call a man nice is like it's a backhanded compliment that just says, I bet a lot of moms bring you up to their daughters. Calling a man nice is the same as saying that a woman is interesting. You think it sounds positive, but you're hiding a horrible message underneath. The quietness in this room tells me that I'm right. Anyway.